Maternal mortality and morbidity remains a public health crisis, with preventable deaths disproportionately affecting vulnerable populations. Storytelling is a new platform used to elevate birthing people's voices while providing insight into the approaches to improve maternal health outcomes. Storytelling has an intrinsic human connection. It crosses cultural boundaries and is a compelling tool to foster change. It can provide a potent medium for dissemination of crucial health information, raise awareness, show various perspectives, and even highlight the challenges in the healthcare system in a way that brings people together. By sharing authentic narratives of maternal experiences, challenges, and triumphs, storytelling can engage providers, systems, and communities. This film is a short version of a larger statewide initiative for a documentary project that seeks to amplify the voices of birthing people through storytelling. The stories focused on navigation through prenatal, labor, and postpartum stages in the state of Virginia. Our hope is to provide a platform for birthing people who overcame challenges in motherhood to feel heard and to create a space for them to become part of the solution to combating maternal mortality. This project hopes to raise awareness of obstetrical trauma and highlight the stigma of maternal mental health and to hear the voices of mothers.
I thought about how to stop my 3-month-old from crying. Should I walk away? Or worse? I sat outside his room with my dark thoughts. Why am I such a terrible mom? Why couldn't I just tough it out? I'd always wanted to be a mom, even after my traumatic childhood. And then, I'd overcome so much just to get pregnant. At 14, I was thrown into a chemical menopause with stage 3 endometriosis. At 19, doctors removed my left ovary and tube. At 28, my husband and I discussed fertility options, but we were both active duty soldiers. Age 29, deployed in Iraq, I found out I was pregnant. Back in the U.S., I miscarried with my husband still in Iraq. Back in Iraq, I tried to process the loss. You know, be tough, take Motrin, drink water, soldier on. I'd been doing this my whole life. I finished deployment, returned home, and discovered I was pregnant again. With my husband away for training, I was scared. I was induced, and during the delivery, my dad held one leg, a nurse held the other. I went through the first months alone with the help of gin and tonic. I'd always imagined the kind of mom I'd be, cuddling, reading bedtime stories, baking in the kitchen, but I hadn't imagined myself like this. After deployment, I had a quick fuse. I was constantly checking locks and jumped when the phone rang. I couldn't even go to Walmart without hyperventilating. Sometimes I just drove to the end of my cul-de-sac, turned off my phone, and sat in the silence for hours. I knew something was wrong, but it was months before I got an appointment at the VA. I'd hoped they'd just run some tests, give me some meds, and then I'd be a better mom. The PA listened, and then we sat in silence. He drew a diagram on the exam table paper. Fight or flight, anger, heightened responses, negative intrusive thoughts, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Was it from my childhood? From my obsession with being a mom and all the setbacks? Being a woman in the military? How had doctors missed this all my life? I had all the risk factors, but never once offered a mental health screening. Surprisingly, getting that diagnosis helped. I could learn to live with PTSD, and I could still be everything I dreamed of.